In 1962, three discount stores opened in the same year: Kmart, Walmart, and Target. Kmart pulled ahead almost overnight. At its peak, it had 2,500 stores, $31 billion in revenue, and a grip on American retail so total that Walmart barely registered as a threat. That kind of dominance does not just vanish. Someone has to break it. And the people who broke Kmart were never its competitors. At its height, Kmart didn't just dominate American retail. It defined it. 2,500 stores stretched from the edge of Maine to the farthest California suburb. $31 billion in annual revenue poured in, enough to make rivals look provincial, almost quaint. For a generation, the S.S. Kresge Company's blue and red sign was as much a part of the landscape as the interstate or the high school football field. This wasn't a scrappy upstart. Kmart was the teacher, the standard, the place where everyone from factory workers to young mothers could walk in and feel, for a moment, that the world was generous. The first Kmart opened its doors in Garden City, Michigan, in March 1962. By the end of that year, there were 18 stores. The growth was relentless, over 160 stores by 1966, $1 billion in sales before most Americans had even heard the name Walmart. The air inside a Kmart was heavy with the scent of new linoleum and popcorn, the steady hum of fluorescent lights, the promise that a paycheck could fill a cart and a cupboard. It wasn't just about low prices, it was about dignity, about making the ordinary feel full, even on a tight budget. This sense of abundance didn't come from luck or fate. It was built, aisle by aisle, on a simple promise that working families deserved more than leftovers. But promises like that don't keep themselves. What happens when the people in charge forget who they serve? What does it feel like when a place that once felt like home becomes a hollow echo of itself? In 1976, Kmart did something no American retailer had ever dared. It opened 271 new stores in a single year. 17 million square feet of fresh linoleum, humming lights, and red, white, and blue signs appeared almost overnight, blanketing the map in a sea of possibility. For families, it felt like a new store was always opening just down the road, a promise that dignity and plenty were never far away. But the real magic happened under the sudden flash of a blue lamp. The Blue Light Special was more than a discount, it was a ritual. A spinning beacon would appear in the middle of an ordinary aisle, the PA crackled, and a voice announced a deal that seemed designed just for the people standing there. Shoppers would gather, strangers for a moment united by the thrill that maybe today they could get a little more for their paycheck. Kids tugged at sleeves, carts angled toward the glow, and for a few minutes the grind of daily life faded into the background. Managers and floor staff still remember the choreography, the scramble to set up the lamp, the nervous glance at inventory, the sense that something generous was happening. The blue light wasn't just about saving money, it was about being seen, about knowing the store was on